So I was going to say good morning, and the bin lorry, trash lorry, whatever you want to call it, is literally just pulled up outside to take recycling, which of course is all glass jars, so yeah, we'll just give them a nip. Have a drink. So I pulled out my folder which has all my Regency patterns in it. And in another crazy bizarre twist of events, I have opened said pattern folder and I'm going to show you what I found inside. Inside my pattern folder, what is this? I'm like, that's silk fabric, and when I looked at it, this appears to be a fully cut out Spencer jacket. Yeah, so let's see what this looks like. I mean, come on. No. No, I don't believe it. Are you actually freaking kidding me? That's a turn up for the books, isn't it? I mean, you could make that. Seriously, I did not know that was... Well, I must have known it was in there, but I'd completely forgotten about it and had obviously stashed it away for that purpose, thinking it would probably fit me at some point. Yes. No. No. I'm so confused. But this is amazing. So apparently I already have a half cut out Spencer jacket, so that's going to save me some time. So we have silk bodice panels, which I've already seen. We have lining pieces, which I will now together, including the collar facings, sleeves, sleeve linings. So now we get on to the exciting bit. Piping, because there is so much piping to do on these jackets, but that is really what makes them. It really gives them that really nice, just little finishing detail that just really lifts them, because it's a contrast colour as well. It just looks so smart and stylish, and I love it. But it does mean making yards and yards and yards of piping. But as you can see, I actually have some ready made in my stash, which must be left over from the last time I did one of these jackets for a client. And yeah, I don't think there's going to be enough here to do everything that I need to do on the jacket, but it will get me started before I need to make some more up. So yeah, I'm going to start by applying some piping and see how far we get. before I finish for the day, I thought I'd just give you an update on where I'm at with the jacket. Getting there. It's, yeah, they do take a little bit of time, these jackets, and it's all this piping work that is kind of fiddly and time consuming. But as you can see, the body of the jacket's together, sleeves are in, the little petal details on the shoulders are in. These are just so cute, and this is just like the big design element of the jacket, and they just look really pretty. There will be little buttons to go on these, which just anchors the petals down. So otherwise they tend to stick up like this. So yes, there's little button details just go on there, which is just really, really nice. Obviously I've not got the lining in yet and the facing of the collar. I've got the facing of the cuffs are in, just obviously once the lining goes in, and the sleeve lines will be in as well. And then it's the waistband, the underbust band, which goes underneath, and that has all piping around the edge as well, so I still need to do that. But yeah, we're getting there. It's not a massive job to do. It may be some finishing off to do tomorrow, but I'm quite pleased with how it's looking so far, and I still can't get over that this was just sat half cut out in my pattern folder. So there we go. The one thing I did have done is I have just tapered in the sleeves a little bit. I did explain that I'd shortened them a bit and taken them in certainly on the cuff, but I've also, when I first put the sleeves in, there was a lot of kind of excess up here, which is just a little bit bulky and a bit flappy, just didn't look particularly flattering. So what I've done is essentially, where it was a straight seam, I've kind of tapered the seam line in just a little. It was only a centimetre or so, so about 2-3 centimetres on all. I might actually let it out a little bit again. I'm feeling like it's gone a bit tight around the forearm now, so we shall see. Yeah, I might have a play with that and just let that go a little bit more, so there's a little bit more room. I just feel like it's going a bit tight. Yeah, I don't know, we'll just see. I'm going to play around with it a bit more. But yeah, otherwise mission jacket is getting there, and I'm still more or less on schedule, so I'm not panicking about how much I've still got to do, although I've not started on Mr. BLC's pieces yet. That will be the challenge. But yeah, so that's where I'm at, and I will see you to finish this off tomorrow. So I've just clipped the curve around the neckline on the outer neckline on the edge of the collar, and this will just make it sit and lie nice and smooth and flat, hopefully, when I turn it through. everybody, we're back for another day of sewing on my Regency costume. I think the last thing you'll have seen last night was that the outer of the bodice was pretty much together and the sleeves were in. So this morning I have carried on with putting the lining in, sleeves in the lining, and then attaching the two pieces together, and it's all looking really fabulous and now looks like a jacket, which is really exciting. So collar is now obviously turned over and looking like a collar, and you can see the lovely piping detail which is finishing it off, which obviously matches the piping on the petals. And then we have piping around the sleeves, and they are all done. So my next job, and the last big job to do on this jacket, is the waistband, which I shall talk to you about now. So this is half the waistband. So this is the front piece, we have back piece, and this is going to be the peplum, which will go under the centre back of the waistband, and just be that lovely little nice finishing touch that just adds to that, yeah, that nice Regency feel. So obviously the waistband is, the back waistband here is cut on the fold, and then there's these two pieces here which need to go on each of the side seams. I now need to cut out and make up some more piping, the white silk piping, because that's going to go basically right round at both edges and around the bottom of the peplum as well. And I've pretty much used up everything that I had of that length of piping that I had the other day. It was just enough to do the collar, the cuffs, and the petals on the top of the sleeves. Yes, I just need to make up some more piping for that, and get it all attached together. There's a blue cotton lining in there as well, again on the peplum. So yeah, not a huge job, but it's the last kind of big sort of sewing job to do, because after that it's just the little finishing off details. Poppins out. Oh, why? So that's the waistband and the peplum all together, ready to be popped onto the bottom of the jacket. Yeah, this is probably the most fiddly part of the whole outfit, to be honest, because you've got this very narrow band, and obviously with it being a silk dupion, it does have a tendency to shred and fray a little bit, especially when it's on the kind of the straight grain. Then obviously there's the narrow piece of the lining, which in this case is cotton. You've got where the silk bias is, you've obviously got 2 layers of silk where it's folded over there, and then you've got to try and get the peplum in as well, which is another further 2 layers, plus the layers of silk where the piping attaches, and you've got to try and make sure you put the peplum in so it sits in the right place underneath the piping the right way around. It's, yeah, believe me, the number of times luckily this time today it went well first time around, but the number of times I've done this and realised halfway through sewing that it's the back to front and the wrong way around. Yeah, that's easily happens. Then of course you've also got to get the piping around the corners on the front edges. This is where we overlapped that way. And I will be hand stitching a buttonhole in there. It's one of the few times I will actually hand stitch a buttonhole is on these Regency jackets, because it is just the one buttonhole, so it's not too bad. So yeah, so now I'm just going to attach this to the bottom of the jacket. So as you can see, I've left the waistband open, so I will attach it onto the silk side, and then I will hand stitch the lining on the inside of the waistband in by hand. I'll hand stitch it by hand. That's good English, isn't it? I shall whip stitch the 2 lining pieces here along the waistband here together on the inside by hand. I think that's some kind of make sense English in there somewhere. Editing me is going to love this video. Forgot one more thing, the little wrist cuffs just to finish off the sleeves, and yeah, that's the last fiddly bit I need to do, and by some miracle that is literally, if it's going to focus, that is what I had left of the length of piping that I made just now. So that's lucky, I got that bait, so excellent. We like it when things like that work out. So yes, I'm just going to whip stitch these onto the wrists, and then whip stitch the lining to the waistband on the inside of the jacket. So the jacket is together and is essentially finished apart from just putting the little buttons on the petals and the button to fasten it at the front, but I can't do that until they arrive. They are on order and hopefully they will be here in a few days time. So for now, that is as far as I am going to get with this jacket, but I am rather pleased with how it's turned out, considering that it was yeah, basically found in pieces inside my pattern folder. I still can't believe that, and that it is, you know, pretty much a perfect fit. So I've done a little bit of tweaking. So I can't wait to get this fully finished, and then show you it, you know, with the rest of the outfit as a full ensemble. It's going to look really, really lovely and really smart, I think. So here's a final quick look at my finished Spencer. If you want to see a full final reveal of the entire outfit, you're going to have to tune into one of my upcoming videos. I don't think it'll be the next video, but it'll certainly be coming up very soon on my channel. And that will be the vlog of our trip to the Jane Austen Festival in Bath. I'm very excited to be going back to Bath and yes, getting dressed up for all things Regency and Austen inspired. So yeah, do make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you'll be notified as soon as that video goes out on my channel. And I think the next upcoming video will be creating some more pieces for Mr. BLC, my husband. Obviously he needs to have a matching ensemble to coordinate with me. So yeah, so that's going to be my next sewing project. Well, I'm really pleased with these deft head buttons. They look really, really smart and really period, and they just, yeah, that lovely, lovely little finishing touch, which I am very, very pleased with. And they're up here, the little petals on the sleeves as well.